Hey folks, I'm Sammy with Mexcellence.com, and on Today in Mexcellence, I'm mad. I'm sick, and I'm tired. By now you've heard of the Charleston church shootings where a 21-year-old white male took the lives of 9 people, announcing that he was there to kill black people. And at this point, I'm going to go off on a little rant, so if you don't want to hear it, go ahead and leave, but this is something I need to say. And all I can really say is that I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people saying that racism is over. I'm tired of people saying that we don't need gun control. I'm tired of the rhetoric that says that black people and people of color are dangerous. And most of all, I'm tired of having to wait to see if I'm next. Because you can look across all forms of media and see that victims of police violence are deserving of it. Eric Garner deserved to be choked to death in New York City because he was accused of selling loose cigarettes. Michael Brown in Ferguson gets shot and he deserves it because he may or may not have stolen from a convenience store. Or fine, let's keep it in South Carolina and talk about how Walter Scott deserved to be shot in the back 5 times because of a broken tail light. And some people would say, why does it matter to you? You're not black. Now let's set this straight. For every inch of ground that a black person loses in the fight for equality is an inch of ground I lose personally. Because you look at what they say about black people and there's much deserved outrage and protests that happen to fight these negative concepts and to fight the physical abuse of these black communities. But as Latinos, we show solidarity as we fight our own injustices that are so blatant that we pray for the common courtesy to be called thugs. Now I want you to listen to what these next 2 people have to say. Now, all reason tells me to have you not listen to them, but these people have been allowed to live in the public eye, and this is what they have to say about Mexican immigrants.
If something drastic isn't done right away, it is going to be George McGovern's America. It's going to be La Raza's America. It is going to be Uganda, basically, and get used to having segregated, buses and subways as they have in India and Mexico because of the way women are treated and sexually abused there. Get used to your little girls being raped and being pregnant. Get used to not being able to go to your national parks because they're being burnt down. Pot farms are being grown there. Pesticides dumped all over.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
If you don't want to be killed by ISIS, don't go to Syria. If you don't want to be killed by a Mexican, there's nothing I can tell you.
You think that people are biologically predisposed to commit crimes?
No, I think there are cultures that are obviously deficient. And if they weren't deficient, you wouldn't be sitting in America interviewing me. I'd be sitting in Mexico. You fled that culture because there are a lot of problems with that culture. Hopefully it can be changed, but we can share our culture with other nations without bringing all of their people here.
And these comments are just sick because they're coming from someone who can afford to be president and someone who's on TV constantly. These people are talking about me and some of you out there. They're acting as if we're these violent people who thirst for drugs and handouts. Now, Mexico has its own problems. We still don't have answers for the 43 students who were killed by police in Ayotzinapa. And with the myriad of cartels and drug lords, you can imagine why someone would want to leave that place to make a better life for themselves in the US. And according to Miss Coulter, it's because Latino culture is deficient. But then you go back to South Carolina where you have a 21-year-old kid, a kid who was born in the mid-90s, killing black people, targeting black people. This isn't some Jim Crow old-timey racism. This is modern racism from someone 4 years younger than me, someone who should be shaping the world, not destroying it. So you hear about the cop killings of unarmed black men, and you never see or hear about the cop killings of Latino men and women. And you see the shootings from my alma mater from a white man who wanted women to bend to his will. You see Sandy Hook, you see the Boston bombings, you see just a few days ago an armored tank attacking a police headquarters in Dallas. And we see a talking head have the audacity to call that person courageous.
Still believe an operation like this has now spanned 18 miles. It was very courageous and brave, if not crazy as well, to open fire on the police headquarters.
All the while, people like me, people who are black or Muslim or gay or whatever's considered different, are called freaking animals, vicious, violent, heathens, and are killed openly in the streets. I think you have things misconstrued, Miss Coulter. Mexicans aren't leaving a deficient culture, they're coming to one. Let's actually give a chance to the people who want to make America the land of the free and the home of the brave. The people who speak out, the people who protest, the people who vote for equality, those who don't allow people to talk down to other people who are different, because we've seen what happens when that occurs. And if you think this is going away anytime soon, you're sadly mistaken. This is the America that we live in now, and the way it's going, either one of us could be next. This is Sammy Gonzalez with Mexcellence.com. Thank you for letting me vent. I'll go back to the fun stuff later this week, but for now, could you please send your thoughts and prayers to Charleston? They're gonna need it. No community deserves to feel this pain at all. And as a personal favor, could you not share the name of the person who committed these acts? He wants the fame, he wants the attention. Please don't let him get that. Please do not let him win. Once again, thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe out there.